Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Now this week the weather has changed and we're definitely in autumn, if not winter mode, with the rainy weather and the cold and the wind. So this week I want to give you some motivational tips to help you fit exercise in even when the weather's not very good. Now, if like me, you're used to exercising on a regular basis and you're completely in the zone, then probably the weather's not going to affect you, and I'd like to think it won't, and you will be doing some kind of exercise no matter what the weather is like. If, however, you are not used to exercising, you're quite new to it, and you're struggling a little bit with motivation now that the mornings are a bit darker, the weather's not so good, it's getting colder, you just want to be in your bed when you finish work in an evening, or coming home and sort of settling in for the evening, then you're going to probably need some motivation as we go into winter, because it is one of the hardest times to be motivated, because it's not the weather that we want, it's not the climate, it's not the sun shining and the happy mood that we're used to over summer, and it's a bit of a shock to the system when it changes. So the weather and the seasons. So this week I'm giving you some tips on what you can do even if you don't want to leave the house and go to the gym or to a class or PT session. So some options for you. So if you are used to running, or you wanted to get into running, but as I said, you don't like running outside, perhaps when it's raining or dark, or cold even, then some things you might want to do. If you've got stairs in your house, then simple enough, you could be doing running up and down the stairs, or up and down the corridor in your house, the hallway. That would get you some cardio exercise. Alternatively, you could purchase, obviously a treadmill would work, but those cost a fair amount of money to get a good one, and you need some space as well for it. But if you don't want to get a treadmill, then a mini trampoline would be a really good cardio exercise to do at home that can actually almost replicate the running action. Obviously you're just running on the spot, but it would still give you good cardio exercise, and also lots of calorie burning and working lots of different muscles, and in particular the legs getting a really good workout, so you keep up that strength that you need in order to be able to run outside again when the weather is good. So running up and down the stairs, or mini trampoline exercise if you want a cardio workout that can be done in your own house. If you are used to doing sort of more conditioning exercises, maybe you use the gym on a regular basis, or you do something like a body a body pump exercise class, then you could do some conditioning exercises in your own living room. You really don't need any equipment, but obviously if you've got some at home, some kettlebells or dumbbells, then you can use those. But some key exercises you can do if you're confident with the technique, things like squats, lunges, press-ups. You could do some sort of sit-ups or crunches, maybe even a plank, those sort of things. If you just enter them into Google, any of those names of those exercises, then you'll come up with at least some images and maybe even some explanations of how to do those exercises. But they are really good exercises to do that will keep your muscles strong and keep them working over the winter time whilst you can't get to the gym, or you don't want to go to the gym. And can be done anywhere, anytime as well. And like I said, don't need any equipment. Obviously you can add equipment if you want to add some resistance, some weights to some of those exercises. That will also help. But the main thing is to keep your body moving and to keep you active, burning some calories, and just lifting your mood really. That's also one of the things I wanted to talk about today, that obviously when the weather is a bit rubbish outside and it's a bit darker and you feel like going into hibernation mode, I'm definitely one of those people, then you can really benefit from getting some endorphins, those happy hormones, by doing some kind of exercise. And although I don't like running in the cold particularly, or the wet, or when it's windy like it was at the weekend, or even the dark, I just get up and do it because I've just been doing it for years, so I'm more motivated, or at least as motivated as I need to be to get me out of bed and get running in the morning. And it's just my favourite time to do it, and I know it sets me up for the day. So if you can go outside and carry on with your usual routine, then I would encourage you to do that, because I know you'll feel better for it. But there are lots of exercises that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Maybe even buy a fitness DVD. I have a couple available on Amazon with the mini trampolines, but you don't even need a mini trampoline if you didn't want to do it with that. For one of them anyway, with the Bounce to Fitness. But there's lots of DVDs available, or online programs that you can access online, and that can be something that you do indoors in the comfort of your own home whilst the weather's not very good. Obviously, if you've got the gym membership, or you're used to doing classes or PT, then you've just got to motivate yourself to get in the car to get to the gym or to the session, and I promise you'll be grateful for once it's done, and you'll feel much better for it. So it's just really the motivation to do something, whether that's inside or going outside, braving the cold and the winter conditions, and going to that session that you usually do. Alternatively, if you are interested in doing some home personal training sessions, then I have a couple of spaces for some new clients this month in the lead up to Christmas. So happy to discuss that with anyone who's in the Loughborough area who'd be interested in doing some home training, so that you don't have to motivate yourself. That's what I'm there for. But if you do have any questions, then please do get in touch. I'm always happy to help, and really the take-home message this week is to get motivated as we lead up to winter and Christmas. And if you are already motivated, then make sure you stick with it even when it gets a little bit harder in the darker and the winter months. So I'll see you next week.